Hi, this is Miss Firebox, which is a silly name now that I'm thinking of it. But I wanted to make a video about the different smart TVs and smart Blu-ray players, user interfaces, and which ones I liked and which ones I didn't, and what kind of functions that they had on them. So they actually have, this is this first one that I got, and I got a really good deal at a pawn shop. And it was literally in the box like brand new, and I got it for 43 bucks. But I think normally this Blu-ray, this Sony Blu-ray, it's a BPD-S5500, I believe this one is. And it has, you know, a USB, and it has some other functions. I guess I could pause it and turn it around. So this is the back of the Blu-ray player. It's upside down, by the way. Yeah, this one's a BPD-S55500 or whatever. And at first I didn't like it. I know that Samsung phones will not mirror to it at all. But Samsung's pretty good about doing crap like that. I have an S3 and it doesn't work. But it has a digital out. And it has a 12-volt hookup and an HDMI out, and it has a lane that you can actually plug directly in. But since this one is a wireless lane built in, you don't actually need to plug it to the router. And this USB, this one is actually sort of better than the one that I got from the LG, as far as I think. Because I can actually use this. I bought this from either geek.com or gearbest.com, and it was like, I don't know, $8, and I got a good deal on it. It has a mouse pad or whatever, but all of the functions don't work on it. But I'll do another video on that. But this one actually, this works with this Sony Blu-ray player. But it doesn't work for my Phillips TV or my LG Blu-ray player. But I just wanted to show you the user interfaces. Let me get it to focus. Focus, maybe. Get in there. But this is the Sony Blu-ray player. This TV is not a smart TV as far as I know. I hadn't really adjusted it. But I got the TV from pawn shop for 40 bucks, and I got this Blu-ray player from another pawn shop for 43 bucks, which I got a good deal on. But I actually like this Sony Blu-ray player because it has a lot more on it than the LG Smart Blu-ray player. They have these apps, and you know, you can use PlayStation on it, which I don't, because I don't have a PlayStation. I got like old school NES games, which are super sweet. But let me try to get like still. But this one has Vudu, Hulu, Shop TV. It has a lot more on it than the other one. And you can even, some of these apps actually have apps inside the apps. You can screen mirror to it. But like I said, the Samsung doesn't work. You can go on the web, which all of these, I use this, but all of the functions, it's just a little difficult to do. You have to have a good remote, and it's just sort of a pain in the butt to use that. I don't have a PC hooked up to it or anything. Let me go back home. So here's the remote, and there's not much to it, but I really do kind of like the user interface, the way that, especially Netflix. Let's go into Netflix here. Let's wait for it. Alright, so here's the Netflix. Let's just go into, I guess I have it on here too dark. Let's go into here. I like the Sony Blu-ray player for this huge reason right here, that you can actually see the titles and read all of this stuff. It's just a way better layout. And let me go back up here to look. The Netflix user experience is just, I just like the feel of it, and it's easier to navigate than the Phillips TV that I have or the LG TV that I have. So let's take a look at the LG and the Phillips. Here is the LG TV that I have, which I don't have the original remote. I bought this remote. It's a smart Phillips. I figured that it actually like learns, which is cool. I'll do another video about that. But because I have to connect the other remote. But this is the, if I go to Net TV for the Phillips, and this is an older model. It's a 2012, and I'm not really, it has some sort of lame apps on here. I mean, you can do a lot more than you can with the LG, but here's the Netflix. I wanted to show you the user experience for the Netflix on the Philips TV. You get to this screen and you either pick kids or Netflix. You can do kids Netflix or that. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick Netflix just to show you the user. And this is why I don't really care for this. I mean, I just updated the firmware on it, but I had to use a USB drive, which I can do a video about that later, because this is a 2012 smart Philips Blu-ray player, and I'm pretty sure that it's actually, I want to say that it's 3D capable, but I don't know. I hadn't looked into it. It takes forever to figure things out. But this is a lot better than it was, and this is, you know, this is a lot better than what it was. I haven't really had time to play with it or anything, but this is a lot better than what it was. The Roku, the LG is sort of like the Roku, the way that it's set up and everything. So let's look at the LG smart Blu-ray player. So here is the Blu-ray player. It's an LG smart Blu-ray player. It has Netflix, wireless streaming, 3D. It has a DLNA. And for the hookups, for most smart Blu-ray players, they usually don't have much going on. They have the coaxial out, the HDMI out, and the LAN in. And this one is wireless too. I don't actually have to have my router hooked up to it. One really cool feature about the actual Blu-ray player itself is the feel of it. It looks really cool, and I think that's where they trick you, you know, because it has this whole carbon fiber look, and it's really pretty sleek. They do have a USB in the front, which is pretty cool. But the only problem with that is that I can't use this, and I can't use this on my Philips TV either. Another feature that it has is whenever you're not using it for an extended amount of time, it does give you the whole LG deal. But one thing about this that I don't like is that it's in a way that's not like the Sony versus the Sony, is that the Sony Blu-ray player will actually, whenever you turn it on, it'll turn the TV on, and when you turn it off, it'll turn the TV off. So that's a good feature that the Sony has over the LG. But let me go back here. I'm not really happy about the user deal here. It's not very, there's not much to it. Let's go into the apps here. The premium or whatever that they have. I think my batteries are dead. Here's the remote for this one, and there's not much to it like the other one. But I have not nearly as many
and then some of these apps don't even work on here. And I believe this is a 2015 LG, and there's just, you know, not very much going on here as far as apps go. Now we're going to go into the Netflix app to get the whole user experience for that. Well, I don't know what happened, but it must have updated or something, because the user experience is a lot like the Sony Blu-ray player, as opposed to how this one was set up before, like what a Roku would look like. And I'm not a fan of how the Roku is set up, because it's just small and it's not easy to navigate. But this one is just like, I think my batteries are dead or something. This thing is like, there, I have to like apparently point it directly at the Blu-ray player. But this one's set up just like the other one. So, there's that. I really wanted to show you one more feature that this LG has, which I haven't really used anything like this on the Sony, so I don't know what it has as opposed to this LG. We're going to go into a CD here. If I could get the thing. So here's what it looks like whenever you have a whole track playing or whatever. But the cool feature about this LG is that you can actually hook up a USB, like any kind of USB, a blank USB, and save all of your songs in here. But the only bad feature that it is that it doesn't rip it like it would on a computer. It actually has to be played and then it records it while it's playing, which is kind of lame. Another thing about the LG is that whenever you're hooked up to the network, like you can actually set up a home network and connect to all of your devices because it has the DNLA. And what it does is act like as a server sort of or whatever, and you can look at your pictures from your laptop off of here, and the same thing goes with like pretty much any smart Blu-ray, any smart TV, any smart anything, which you can connect and create a network on your computer and then connect all your devices to that one network. And then it'll all connect and you can kind of adjust what you want to be able to be shareable to those devices and what you don't want to be shareable. I'm going to do another video about all of these products individually and what their features are, so you can get a feel of what you want, you know, as opposed to the other vice versa, and what you're willing when you're going to pay $100 or over $100 for some smart Blu-ray player, or in any case I don't have anything to compare it to but this smart Phillips player or Phillips TV. So I'm just going to do a more in-depth video about one of these, and I guess like and subscribe and all that good jazz. Thank you for watching.